WWE just pulled off the biggest cover-up in wrestling history. And what I'm about to expose will change everything you thought you knew about War Games. Listen up, Wrestle Scope family, because I'm about to blow the lid off the most shocking, most controversial, most downright disrespectful moment in WWE history. The dirt sheets? Wrong. The insider reports? Lies. And Triple H? He just played all of us like a fiddle. While everyone was focused on Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, and the so-called tribal combat storyline, WWE was orchestrating the most elaborate deception we've ever witnessed. And the man at the center of it all, the one person nobody saw coming? Hello viewers, if you're new here, please don't forget to like and hit the subscribe button for daily updates on WWE Raw. Brock Lesnar. That's right, the beast incarnate, the conqueror, the man who was supposedly done with WWE. The same Brock Lesnar who swore he'd never step foot in a War Games match because, and I quote, "I don't need a cage to hurt people." Well, guess what? Not only did Brock Lesnar enter War Games, he demolished everything we thought we knew about loyalty, alliances, and power in WWE. And the worst part, the absolute worst part that's got me furious right now, WWE knew all along and kept us in the dark. Before we dive into this bombshell, if you're as angry as I am right now, smash that like button. And if you think WWE owes us an explanation, drop a comment below because we're trending this topic today. The setup. Let me take you back. Let me paint you the picture that WWE wanted you to see. War Games 2024. The biggest spectacle of controlled chaos WWE has to offer. 2 rings, 1 massive steel cage. 5-on-5 warfare where careers are made and legends are broken. On one side, we had Roman Reigns' bloodline, the so-called OG bloodline with Roman, Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, Sami Zayn, and the question mark, the mystery 5th member everyone was speculating about. Was it going to be Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson? Was it Paul Heyman pulling strings? The rumors were flying faster than a super kick in a Young Bucks match. On the other side, Solo Sikoa's crew, the new bloodline, the rebellious faction that spat in the face of tradition. Jacob Fatu, an absolute monster. Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa bringing that Gorillas of Destiny intensity. And the most painful betrayal of all, Paul Heyman, the wise man himself, now standing in Solo's corner. The stage was set. The battle lines were drawn. This wasn't just about War Games. This was about legacy. This was about who had the right to call themselves the true bloodline. This was personal. And WWE, they played it perfectly. Every week on SmackDown, they fed us breadcrumbs. Who's the 5th member became the question that consumed the WWE universe. Social media went into overdrive. Betting odds shifted daily. Everyone had a theory. Everyone had a prediction. But nobody, and I mean nobody, said Brock Lesnar. Why would they? Brock had been off WWE programming since his match with Cody Rhodes. The rumor mill suggested he was done, finished, retired to his farm in Saskatchewan, Canada, living his best life hunting and training. Some reports even suggested he'd signed with UFC for one final fight. Brock Lesnar and War Games? That's like mixing oil and water. Brock's entire mystique is built on being a lone wolf, a singular force of nature. He doesn't play well with others, he doesn't need teammates, he doesn't do team sports. So when the War Games match began, when those entrances started, when Roman's team was announced member by member, and we got down to that 5th spot, the WWE Universe held their breath. The shock. The lights went dark. The crowd in Insert City went nuclear with anticipation. And then, pause for dramatic effect. Next big thing hit. Those first few seconds, pure confusion. People couldn't process what they were hearing. Was this a mistake? Was this a rib? Was production playing the wrong entrance music? But then, Paul Heyman's voice echoed through the arena. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman, and I am no longer the wise man for Solo Sikoa, because I am once again the advocate for the reigning, defending, conquering 5th member of the original bloodline, Brock Lesnar. The place exploded. I'm talking earthquake levels of noise. I'm talking grown adults crying. I'm talking jaws on the floor from Beijing to Boston. Social media crashed. Twitter, or X, whatever we're calling it now, couldn't handle the traffic, trending worldwide in seconds. Brock Lesnar emerged from the back, and here's what got me, what really got me, he wasn't alone. Paul Heyman was by his side. Not Solo's side, not in the ring with the new bloodline. He'd switched back. The ultimate swerve. The wise man had played the long con and nobody saw it coming. Brock marched to that cage with the intensity of a man possessed. No smile, no showboating, pure, unadulterated violence in human form. He entered that structure like he owned it, and honestly, in that moment, he did own it. The dynamic shifted immediately. Solo Sikoa's confidence shattered. Jacob Fatu, the unstoppable monster we'd all been terrified of, he looked nervous. Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa started second-guessing every move because they knew, everyone knew, Brock Lesnar doesn't come to participate. He comes to conquer. The match that followed, pure barbarism, pure carnage, pure war games. Roman and Brock, former rivals, former enemies, working together like a well-oiled machine of destruction. The chemistry was insane. F5s onto steel chairs, spears through tables, suplexes off the top rope. This wasn't wrestling. This was legalized assault. And the finish? Chef's kiss. Jacob Fatu, the man who'd been untouchable for months, found himself isolated. Roman hit him with the spear. Jay hit him with the Uso splash. And then Brock picked him up like he weighed nothing and delivered an F5 directly onto a pile of chairs. Match over. Original bloodline wins. But more importantly, the balance of power in WWE had just been completely obliterated. The controversy. Now here's where I get angry. Here's where this whole situation becomes problematic. Let me ask you something, Wrestle Scope family. When was the last time WWE pulled off a surprise this big without a single leak? In the age of social media, dirt sheets, insider newsletters, and every wrestling journalist trying to break news first. Never. We find out about contract signings before they're announced. We hear about returns weeks in advance. Hell, we knew about Edge's return to WWE in 2020 because someone spotted him at the Performance Center. But Brock Lesnar entering War Games? Not a whisper, not a hint, complete radio silence. How is that possible? Here's what I think happened, and this is where it gets infurious. WWE deliberately kept this information locked down tighter than Fort Knox. They likely had Brock negotiate in complete secrecy. No lawyers blabbing at restaurants, no agents dropping hints to reporters. They probably limited the information to maybe 5 people in the entire company. Triple H, Nick Khan, maybe Bruce Pritchard. That's it. And you know what? I respect the execution. I do. As a fan, getting genuinely shocked in 2024 is rare. It's special. But here's my problem. Who did this help? Think about it. Really think about it. This move completely overshadows everyone else in that match. Roman Reigns, who's been carrying WWE on his back for 4 years, becomes a second fiddle to Brock Lesnar. Again, still, even in 2024. Jey Uso, the most over babyface in the company, reduced to a supporting player. Solo Sikoa, the guy they've been building as the next big heel, his momentum got nuked from orbit because now everyone's talking about Brock instead of Solo's character development. And don't even get me started on Jacob Fatu. This man was positioned as an unstoppable force, the Samba werewolf, the final boss of the Bloodline Civil War. And how did they book his War Games debut? Getting pinned by Brock Lesnar. Not Roman Reigns, not in a moment that elevates the Tribal Chief storyline, but by a part-timer who shows up 6 times a year, collects a massive check, and disappears again. Do you see why I'm furious? Do you see why this is a problem? Moving on, the pattern. Let's talk about the pattern here, because this isn't new. This is WWE's playbook, and it's getting old. Every single time, WWE needs to make a moment, they call Brock Lesnar. They position him as the ultimate trump card, the nuclear option, the man who tips the scales. WrestleMania 31, Brock versus Roman, and they hotshot Seth Rollins into the match. SummerSlam 2014, The Undertaker streak was broken by who? Brock Lesnar. Royal